from the Marion Star from the year 1977. Dick Galloway, from youth league to pros. Many times when young bowlers graduate from the youth league and step onto the lanes in competition with adults, they have problems. Not so for Dick Galloway, a Marion bowler. He left a youth league in Zanesville and went directly on the Professional Bowlers Association tour at the ripe old age of 17, which made him the youngest pro on the circuit. But Dick had pretty good credentials. In his senior year in school, he rolled the highest series for any youth bowler in the U.S., a 763, and averaged 209 that year in a Saturday morning league. But the year before, at age 16, he was in a match game with some of the older fellows at the lanes and ripped them pretty good, rolling 813. After graduation from high school in 1966, Dick and another Zanesville youth bowler, Tom Ryan, who won a car that year in the finals of TV bowling in Columbus, decided to try the tour. A Zanesville businessman, owner of Downing Home Builders, offered to sponsor them, and they received the signatures of 2 PBA members, Ed Thomas of Columbus and Dick Hoover from Akron, which was a requirement to join the tour. The sponsor paid entry fees, practice fees, motels, and gas in exchange for 50% of their earnings. So the 2 Zanesville youngsters took off on the PBA summer tour. One of the first stops was in Michigan, and Dick had a fine 24-game set averaging $215, but only won $600. Other stops were in Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fort Worth, Texas, Toledo, and the ABC tournament in Rochester, where Dick won his biggest paycheck, $1,500. He was then eligible for the Pro Invitational in New York City, where he averaged 201. But then the summer tour ended, and the fall and winter circuit saw the big names in the PBA returning to action, so there was no room for the younger and newer members of the association. So Dick joined the Navy and continued his bowling career. In 1968, while stationed in Memphis, Tennessee, he qualified for the All-Navy tournament. His first series in a 24-game set was a 705, and he came back with a 703 in the next set for a lead no one could touch. He averaged 213 for the tourney and won the All-Navy Championship by more than 400 pins. Since coming to Marion, Galloway has done well, as he was named Bowler of the Year in Marion County for 1975 and received a trophy at last year's All Sports Banquet. He currently bowls 2 nights a week in the Major League, on Tuesday at Plaza, and on Thursday he rolls in the Classic League at Star Lanes, where he is currently averaging 199. On Tuesday, his average is 192. He said, "They are tough this year." Although he has never had a sanctioned 300 game, he has accomplished the feat 10 times, 2 times in a non-sanctioned tournament and 8 times in practice. Although his job as a salesman for Kennedy Ford limits his time, he has increased his league play to 2 this year. Last season, he only rolled in 1 league and averaged over 200.